This is a quick tour of Freetown, Sierra Leone. It's the capital city with somewhere between 1 and 2 million people. It's separated from Lungi, where the airport is, by a bay, so you get to Freetown by taking the ferry boat. It's an adventure getting on and another adventure getting back off. It's crowded and people are carrying big baskets loaded with goods. But when you get to Freetown, you see that most of the city is busy and crowded like that, with vendors in the streets, and everyone seems to be in business carrying a load on their head. At first we saw Freetown at night to be a very, very dark city, but there's more and more light in Freetown. It's a good sign. First time we were there, the mangoes were in season. It's harder to carry mangoes on your head than we thought. The mamas are carrying babies on their backs, like this little guy, sleeping. And there's children everywhere, even out near the street where the vendors are. The streets are mostly lined with vendors. The sidewalks are pretty treacherous because there's holes like this, and you can step off either side into what looks a little bit like an open sewer. And this is a kind of typical apartment building just across the street from Pastor Abdul's house. The streets are very crowded with cars and motorcycles zooming in and out, pedestrians very close to the traffic. Here's a kind of typical street scene, even though there's not much traffic right now. The houses lining the streets, some of them like this. Many of the buildings in that part of Freetown seem to be made of this rusty corrugated metal. It's very common and sometimes dressed up like this. But there's some newer construction in Freetown. The Sierra Leoneans are very proud of the newer, more modern government buildings and commercial buildings, things that show good signs of economic development, which is good for the future prospects of the nation. There's a beautiful beach in Freetown, and the coast is lined with these beautiful beaches. You can go back to Lungi on the speedboat if you don't want to take the ferry. Here's Carolyn making her way to the speedboat. That's treacherous too, but she made it into the boat. So, bon voyage, Carolyn. Have a good trip. Hope you enjoy it.